Oh, are you?
You big liar.
See?
You big liar.
I didn't say it.
Oh, wait, hold on, y'all. I gotta get rid of that.
What?
I've got to get rid of the banner.
What is happening here?
Woohoo!
Well, if you had no idea where you were, welcome back to the GoGameGo show.
You big liar.
You big liar.
Who is here already? We got
Eep.
Lance Jennings.
Lance Jennings. Stashnet.
Yes, hit the like button, please. Eep's back.
Kurt.
Blake.
12 p.m., Stuart.
Oh, poop.
Right, you'll have to hash that up. Go Game Aquarium. Tonight's the night that CC Mental is finally going to be nice to me. How about that? Here
That has yet to be seen.
Here I had a stroke while I was trying to type this comment out. I don't know what I was doing there. Kurt Bradshaw's here. Stashnet.
What is up with that?
Go Game Aquarium. I predict CC is going to imagine how the world will be different without you in her home.
Who's you? You, Jeff, or
Who's you?
Or the aquarium?
I don't know.
What do you mean, me?
Junebug's here. Yeah. Yeah. So.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. The world would be different without the Intellivision and Miko. A lot of friendships would not have been made. Oh, that's a good point, Lance. That's a very good point.
Yep.
Probably wouldn't even be here right now.
Nope.
Very interesting. Nope. That's the point of the title. Because I thought about this once we were driving around. I was like, just goofy things. Like, I think I wrote it. Oh, did I write it in the show here? I can't remember. But things like how the world would be different if. I always love this one. What if your hair felt pain?
Oh, no.
See, man, you wouldn't get a haircut, would you? I mean,
well,
thousands of hairs that get cut. I mean, there'd be so much. You'd have to be put under to get a haircut.
and then, what's his name from Andy Griffith be out of work?
Well, no. Well, hold on. I would think then if most people probably won't go through the pain. I'm sure some probably would. Maybe like every 5 years, just shave your head and go through the pain. But if you just let your hair grow and grow, instead of people cutting your hair, you'd probably just have stylists. You could like kind of make almost like sculptures of your hair. How cool would that be? Everyone would look completely different.
You'd have yours sculpted into a hat that went like this.
Yes.
Into the Devo hat.
Hey, Rab's here.
So if that was the case, what would everybody style their hair like?
I think everyone would have their just a crazy hairstyle because
Pete would have his into like either a big red cross or he'd have a Death Star afro.
I know. Maybe bald people would be lucky. You know, if
maybe
you lose the hair,
bald people
you would have to cut
lucky.
it. That would be good.
Then bald people be lucky. So here I am in California. And if you look up there at the top, you'll see it says Lowe's because I went to Neil's Lowe's Hours studio that wasn't doing photography anymore because he's retired from photography. What's he have in there? What would the world be like if, how would it be different if we all had 30 motorcycles?
That's what he's got going on.
So he's got going on. I'll tell you what, it was really weird. You ever been somewhere and you didn't even notice something huge at this location, wherever you are, and then something makes you look at it differently, and you're like, oh my God, this is all whatever. Mike and I showed up there. We walked in. He had a Kawasaki right there in the front, and he had another bike behind it. He and his buddy Hugo were working on. And I think Hugo's in the movie In Your Face. But then that's all the further I went. I started looking at pictures of rock stars on the walls and paying attention to that. We went to lunch. We came back. And that's when at lunch he told us he had 30 motorcycles. So then I'm like, what? And then I'm just like, then I walked back in and this whole place just motorcycles.
Crazy.
I was like, I didn't even notice that. So weird.
Wait, Stashin, I thought you said I do sideburns. You said I do side buns.
See, sprung a leak. Be bad.
Distracted for Life is here.
Yes, I like this next one. I've already imagined it a million times. I'm still imagining it. No whiny ass baby.
Gross, there are 13 motorcycles. That's like 15 cars. I don't know what that means, but it just cracks me up a little bit.
It's the equivalent.
Mike is here. Brother Mike is here.
Mike!
What's going on?
Distracted is here. Oh, yeah, I saw Distracted up there.
Saboteur. How would the world be different without the Go Game Aquarium, boy? There wasn't a day go by that I don't think about that one, Saboteur.
I'm so happy.
I think somebody is trying to make me cry on the show.
Go Game Aquarium, Saboteur. The world would be a much unhappier place for CC Mental.
Fools! All of you.
The world would be different if Sega didn't F up the Saturn launch. Yeah, that's a good point, Mike. I don't know. Yeah. Or how about if they just let Sega of America take over like they should have?
Yeah.
Eating Paste is here. Just as a few amazing examples of homebrews after the life cycle of game releases. Yeah, they do have some.
How would it all be if we didn't have the pandemic?
No kidding. Oh, here's one. How would it be different if humans didn't have taste buds? Think about it. Would there even be any kind of candy or desserts even around? I mean, what would be the point? If you can't taste it.
Yeah.
Would you just literally just buy the healthiest stuff and shove it in your mouth just to be healthy? Because what difference does it make? You can't taste it.
Yeah, I guess. It kind of makes everything vanilla or less than vanilla.
Wouldn't really need restaurants, would you?
No. No.
Maybe
we'd be living out in space.
Maybe instead of flavor, the big thing, if you didn't have taste buds, would be the texture. Maybe that would like drive people crazy.
Oh, man. Because it already does. Some of those textures. So look at this. What is this?
Exactly.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Now, Distracted was mentioning something earlier, too. If I had no taste buds, yeah.
Everyone would be so, everyone would be so healthy.
Well, you'd hope. You would hope. You would think. Because, I mean, that's the way it is with, like, some of the foods that I should not eat, but I just love to eat because you're just like, oh, the flavor's gone. Get another bite. And, you're just sitting there on the couch with a bag of something.
Fruit stripe gum wouldn't make much of a difference because that flavor is gone in 30 seconds anyway.
They don't even make that anymore, Grandpa.
I don't even care.
They don't.
I don't even care how long you tell me the flavor lasts. It doesn't last. So what was this from Distracted earlier?
Oh, he's asking which of the current gen systems he thinks would most likely get a lot of homebrews.
Oh.
Man, I don't know. Well, I mean, you got I would think Switch would be difficult unless you're just doing. Well, unless you're just doing digital, that wouldn't be that difficult, I guess.
Ooh, excuse me.
Bless you.
Goodness me.
Yeah, that's right. Dreamcast. The Dreamcast is still getting a lot of homebrew stuff. Whoop.
Whoop. Have never been invented. All
Built-in games.
Built-in games. Wow.
Huh, Crow, are there any homebrews for the EverCade yet?
Thank you. World would be different if the Cardinals don't win a World Series this year.
Yes. It'd be much better if they did.
La 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 la. While we're here, you see back there, that's the new Eddie Van Halen book by Zlows back there. It's a brilliant book. It's taller than the last one, than the, shall I say, the first one. And man, is it, so there's the first one. There's the new one. So it's about an inch taller, and that's how wide the first one was. That's the new book. And it's got some great photos in it.
Crow, those aren't homebrews. Those are indies. Because they're officially licensed. Mets will win it all.
Oh,
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I'm not so
Let's
sure
hope
about that
not.
one.
Let's hope not. See if I can get that in there. Can I get that in there? I get that in there. I got a package. I was supposed to do this last week.
What's in the package?
Then I was updating a few things on my Switch last night, and I'm like, oh! And I said, Cowabunga!
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, baby. I was like, I got to put that in and get my credits for it.
I got that sitting right here, by the way.
Yeah. See, this is great. I cannot wait. Can we play? We can play this together, right?
I think so.
Maybe I should come over. We do a show. I'll do a show. We'll do a show from your
I think
place.
a lot of them are online. I think most of them are.
We can play, or we can do that. Whatever works.
Let's have to clean up a bottom feeder as of late. So, Rab, are you a Yankees or a Mets fan?
To answer this, the Zlows books have little anecdotes in them from different people. Like the first one had Ted Nugent. I'm sure, I haven't read it all yet. I was waiting to get this one so I could kind of have the full experience, and I was going to talk about it when I started up again. Now, here's a picture from the first one. I think I showed you this one before. This one, Zlows had on his wall, signed by every member. I was like, oh, man. So, yeah, but there's a lot of it's photos, but then there's like the anecdotes in here. Here's one by Patrick Whitley. Let's see. Eric Sardinas, Zachy Vengeance, Tom Morello. Let's see. Bill Lanero, Scott Ian. I bumped into Scott Ian at an airport years ago when I flew out to California. Allison Robertson, Fernando Van Arb. I don't know if anybody knows who these people are. I do, but Mick Mars from Motley Crue. Fernando Van Arb is the guitar player from Crocus. Allison Robertson is the gal from the Donnas. She's the guitar player. You actually see her and Scott Ian together on the Zlows movie, In Your Face. So if you haven't seen that yet, check it out. About the world with no video. Yeah, I mean.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, video games never. What would we be doing with most of our free time?
We wouldn't be doing this.
Wow, that's a good question. What would just be a whole lot of board games? A whole lot more?
I suppose there's a whole lot more anyway. I mean,
they're very popular still.
Yeah, there's been a huge push in video games like Settlers of Catan and all that stuff. Settlers of Catan is old, but I mean, but you know, it's a huge thing.
Brian at the Cowbunga collection right now. 4-player mode doesn't work so well, at least on the Switch. 2-player is better. I know on Shudder's Revenge you can go up to 6, and man, 6 isn't a lot of fun because you can't even see what you're doing.
Well, especially if you can hurt each other. That's the one that drives me nuts. You know, when you and I were playing Streets of Rage, either I was kicking your ass accidentally or you were kicking mine. It's like, oops, sorry about that.
Here's why we don't have flying cars.
No video games. There'd probably be flying cars by now. That's like one of my favorite band names. I told Guy years ago, I go, you're going to hate this band name because you're going to wish you would have thought of it first. They promised us jetpacks. How would the world be different if the Amico had been released on 10/10/2020? 2020. Yep, I said it. LOL.
That is a very interesting question, Pete.
LOL is
There'd
one
be
of
a lot less YouTube channels out there.
Yep, that's true.
A lot less arguing.
You think they'd be bitching about something else, though?
Yeah.
Probably.
Definitely. If no video games, then the Go Game Aquarium would be full of DVD collections instead.
Of movies he's never seen. See, wait. Would you have seen more movies if there were no video games?
Probably not. I just watch more TV. By the way, I'm only about 6 or 7 episodes away from finishing up Night Court.
Dude, I'm so proud of you. How's that episode 2 of Frasier coming?
Oh, I finished that a long time ago.
Oh, okay, good.
Episode 3, I'm having a hard time starting up.
I can't even get it started.
Go Game Aquarium might be full of St. Louis Cardinal baseball cards if there were no video games, but CC Mental would still love me. Yeah, Rab, I was thinking something like that too. Like instead of just board games, you have extremely elaborate board games at this point. That would be pretty neat.
Yeah.
That does feel like a cool alternate universe.
Ooh. Speaking of the multiverse, there's a show I've been checking out because of a friend of mine who will be joining me sometimes here on Hammer Away. Turned me on a guy named Mahler. I guess he's British. And he just does some really in-depth thought on movies. Like there's a 5.5 hour shred fest of the latest Doctor Strange movie.
5.5 hours.
Yeah. I've made it through like 2.5 hours so far.
Oof.
But what he says makes complete sense. You know what I'm saying? It's all the things, which that's what I like, because when I'm sitting there watching a movie like that, I'm like, okay, is this really a good movie? I mean, because this seems ridiculous right now, but I don't know how to say it. You know, but he dissected the movie and he's like, you know, if this were here and this was here and this has happened here, why would this even happen? And you're just like, whoa, yeah.
Sounds like something out of Big Bang Theory.
Yeah. So, yeah, exactly. So if you haven't seen the new Doctor Strange movie, decide now whether you even want to waste your time. But if you do, pay attention. Here's a mild spoiler moment. When Wong is apprehended basically by Scarlet Witch, pay attention to what he says about why they haven't gone any further to this mountaintop. Because it makes no sense.
It's like when Amy Farrah Fowler ruined Indiana Jones for the guys. I love that episode. They spent the whole time trying to figure out a way around it. What Kurt says here is really interesting. Before video games, I was playing outside on my bike or on the rope swing in the 70s.
Yep.
I don't regret getting my television console at all. I like it better now. Yeah, if you were born during a certain time period, like in the 70s, as a kid, I was outside all day long. And then in the 80s, still as a kid, I got an Atari.
Mm-hmm.
And that was kind of it for going outside all the time. I was playing Atari. So it was like a complete switch. Like, I lived the life as a kid where you played outside all day long. And then I lived the life as a kid where you just stayed inside and played games all day long.
Yeah. Yeah, we had the best of both worlds.
I'm with Kurt. I liked it better. I mean, if I didn't, I would have kept going outside.
I could be dead right now.
I know.
There'd be less movies because many of them are based on video games. Now that was a cackle. Must have had a really good one there. The recent Doctor Strange movie was good simply because it had zombie Doctor Strange. I can't say that. Oh no. What if my dad had never acquired an Intellivision in a sports bet all those years ago? Where would I be now? How would the world be different if my dad didn't bet?
A sports bet? What?
If I was a betting man.
Yeah.
I'd have
I like the call, but all I got left is this in television. Push it in.
Ante it up now. Oh, shoot. We got to stop doing that.
The world would be different without digital music or movies. There would still be a ton of music. Oh, that's a great point. Yeah, the digital stuff kind of knocked those stores out.
Yep.
Can't go to
Tower Records
or Street Side and
Camelot.
Yeah, and go through all the. There's not many of those left. Very few.
No, but there are some good record stores and music stores out there, though. People who are running them right. There's Euclid Records is a great place to go here. So is the Record Space down on Gravois. It's a good place to go to get some cool stuff.
See, Mike's Atari computer got him inside.
Yeah. That's for a question. I grew up, I got 2 games a year, birthday and Christmas, but my son is growing up with a dad who has 1,500 games.
That's pretty nice.
You're welcome, son.
Who's the best dad?
Who's the best dad?
He always wants to play something new. Well, 1,500 games, that'll keep him busy for a long time.
You would hope.
Oh, I get that. Eating
yeah.
Especially their long games.
Yeah. Salvatore would be watching a video on the crimes of Portland. Welcome to the crimes of Portland.
Oh, Suncoast. I forgot about them in the mall.
Yeah, Suncoast.
That's the one. The Suncoast here had so much anime. Like before anime was really popular, they had a ton of it. Yeah. Sailor Moon for miles.
Wow, ahead of their time.
Is that where we got our laser discs?
No, we got the laser disc at Circus.
No.
Blake says no comment about Doctor Strange. So, Doctor Strange has been out a while. If you haven't seen it, here's another spoiler moment. They have a moment which is really it's saddening when you're a Marvel fan, because you know that Doctor Strange was a part of the Illuminati, right, in the comic books, which made major decisions, including sending Hulk to another planet because he was too much to handle. So He's part of the Illuminati in the comics. Well, they take him to the Illuminati
You look really good there.
Well, thanks.
in this movie, and he goes, "The Illumina what?"
The
And they're like,
Illumina
are you freaking kidding me?
You gonna show that to them?
So, and John Krasinski plays Reed Richards, who's the smartest man, right? World's smartest man.
I don't know
And
anything about Doctor Strange.
Oh yeah. Well, you don't have to know about Doctor Strange to get that Reed Richards, the Mr. Fantastic, is the smartest man. But Black Bolt can kill you, disintegrate you with one word. He could burp and kill you. He could go eep and kill you.
And it would smell like bologna.
Smell. He died a stinky death. And Reed Richards tells this to Scarlet Witch. He could kill you with just a whisper from his mouth. Oh, thanks a lot. I got a great idea, Reed Richards. Move 5 inches, 5 feet, whatever it takes, to the right or the left, and just get out of my way. She'd have been gone. Instead, she makes him without a mouth. So he can't talk. Which then the stupid thing is, the force doesn't blow his mouth open, it breaks his skull. You're like, really? Your skull is less strength, has less strength in it than your mouth, than your skin? Blah. Which then his head explodes. Gross! Families are seeing this. So weird.
There's a world without cable or satellite TV. Yeah, what if you just had your local channels?
Still.
Do you think people would have tried to come up with more channels, like take over, some of the channels that didn't exist in your area? Maybe there'd be
You would
more.
think. You would hope.
I do miss cable access TV, which, of course, you wouldn't have if you didn't have cable, but
We also wouldn't have a Wayne's World skit.
that's true. There'd be no Wayne's World.
Mm-hmm. How would the world be different if there was no Brady Bunch?
Pretty good.
Didn't miss a beat.
Not a Brady Bunch fan.
You see the smile on my face? That would still be there. Doctor Strange introduced the rot that ruined the MCU magic. Yeah. If it had been handled as some sort of advanced science, then that would be cool. Unfortunately, it has been treated as actual magic. Yeah. Yeah. I suggest if you want to see a cool, educated view of that movie, just check out Mauler, Mauler on YouTube. There's no live streaming. The horror.
How about just what if there was no YouTube? You imagine how weird that would be?
Oh, dude, I was just talking. I just got a bunch of fencing ordered today. And the gentleman with whom I was speaking that sold it to me, I met him there at the store a few times to talk about this. And so I know he's kind of into rock and roll. And I mentioned the Zlow's Hour show, the movie out there. But I said, do you watch YouTube? Because that's all I watch.
I was talking to someone at work, and we both agreed that we watch more YouTube, at night than we do regular TV.
Yeah. I got stuck on that Mauler video last night. I mean, I just couldn't let it go.
Good feats question.
Guaranteed I'd still be bitching about it. I mean, that's really all there is to it.
Yeah,
Here you go.
What if MTV still showed music videos?
Man, that would be would that be good or bad? I mean, I don't know. What
I loved MTV back in high school.
I did too, for what it was, but do you think that could really continue to just keep going on because people, I mean, okay, there was a lot of weirdness about the MTV stuff, right? Because you have to realize that certain bands changed and had members moved about, fired, whatever, replaced, however you want to look at it, because of MTV, because of your image. Or would the world just be more used to videos and be a little more open to, hey, that old guy's playing that song I like?
I don't know. Why did MTV stop showing videos? Were their ratings going down?
Yes, I mean, I think it had to do with companies just getting tired of the budgets. I mean, the budgets kept getting higher and higher for these videos. I can't say for sure that that's all of the reason. I mean, I'm not making that up. I mean, it was crazy, the budgets they were doing for these videos, and the artists weren't happy doing them all the time. And, there was a great interview with Mick Brown of Dokken during the, and you can watch it out there, during the Monsters of Rock show that they did for MTV, where it was Van Halen, Scorpions, Metallica, Dokken, all these awesome bands, Kingdom Come, all on tour in 1988. And Mick Brown's just talking about the videos. He's like, oh God, yeah. And then, okay, so now you're going to be this, and then you're going to be a fireman, and then you're going to be in a bear suit, and then you're going to, he's like, it's just ridiculous, the stuff that we have to do these stupid videos, And
Sandor makes a good point about YouTube. That probably would have killed off MTV if it was still around.
Yeah.
Because you can just go to search
any video YouTube now and watch them all. Yeah.
Although I really liked watching those videos. They were pretty cool.
Oh, absolutely.
I still watch videos almost every night, music videos.
And I mean, even then, those videos, none of that was brand new when it happened. It's just there was no marketing place for it.
Yeah, I mean, there were music videos in the 50s with Ricky Nelson was making some. His dad, Ozzy, was helping him make them. Yeah.
And Aerosmith had some prior, and so did
Devo made a lot of.
Yes.
I don't know if I could say music videos. They were much longer than that. They were.
Well, yeah.
They were playing music during the videos, but man, those videos were really long.
Yeah.
How would the world be different if the speed of light was so slow that long distance communication on Earth was not possible? No internet and no space-based communication. Everything had to be local communication or carried by hand. So basically, talking about the 70s. Sometimes I'll be thinking I'm like, man, how did we do this before we had the internet? Like, look stuff up. It's like, what were we doing?
We were just ignorant.
I mean, just think about like going to someone's house. You've never been there before. You got to call them up. They got to give you directions. You got to write this all down. And God help you if it's dark out and you miss one street.
Yep.
It was a nightmare, wasn't it? It was terrible.
Yeah. The world was different before cell phones. I remember in '87 going to a phone booth to quit my job that I hated. I spent a quarter to use the phone.
Did you ask the quarterback?
Job and shove it. The movies are not the same as the comic books. Yes, that's right. There are always differences, and you pretty much have to figure that the movie version is a different universe from the comics. And I get that. I get that. I still am eager to talk with writers because I guess like an artist, you have to alter it a certain percentage in order to get paid. Otherwise, they're going to just pay the original writer. So, just like they say, well, you got to watch copyright infringement. Well, if you change it 20%, then you're okay. So, give Mickey Mouse square ears and then you're okay, or whatever.
Rab's talking about the budget's killing off MTV with talk shows.
Oh,
and those talk shows, they also killed off game shows.
There it is. Yeah, with talk shows and early reality shows. Yeah, right. Yeah, it was horrible. Mm-hmm. Yeah, look at the Beatles. I mean, the Beatles did that. That was, Magical Mystery Tour, bunch of different music videos. All of those. Even shows. Scooby-Doo had music videos. When they did the chase scenes and they'd have a pop song playing over the top that didn't even exist except for in the show.
Yeah. Well, look at the monkeys.
Yeah, the monkeys. Well, and those existed on the radio though and on records, but like the Scooby-Doo tunes were kind of cool, and they finally did release them. I do believe you can get those songs now, but some of those were really fun.
Yeah, Pete, you're right. There was something kind of nice about not knowing which video is coming up next, and you never knew when you were going to see a brand new video.
Yes. Did you like pop-up video?
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was kind of neat. Sometimes they'd have like facts on there. I'm like, really? This is what you're going to do? Spider-Man No Way Home showed it perfectly fine that there were 3 different movie Spider-Mans in the last couple of decades. Yeah. There was a lot of that movie that I liked, but then there was some silly crap in it that I really didn't like. Like I've talked about it before. Doctor Strange just cooking it up without thinking about it. The guy who sat there and went a million times over to figure out the end game. So then Spidey comes over and I just start cooking, start working it up. Wait, you want to what? You're like, dude, stop. Just stop.
King Base brings up encyclopedias. Yeah. What if instead of internet, we only had encyclopedias?
Oh man,
how popular those things were in the 70s.
I lived with those. Yeah, my dad still has them.
And then there was that one section that was like medical, where they had like the
body
like cut down the middle, but they were on like the clear film.
Yeah.
Or,
the overlays.
The overlays.
The overlays.
Oh, those are cool.
Yeah, we had medical books too.
I always hated looking through the S volume and going through the spiders. I'm like, spiders! Eh! I hated that.
They should have had them printed like on the page.
Oh no.
You know, the pop-up videos, Seinfeld, those DVDs, when they came out, there's an option to like turn on pop-up videos. So,
oh yeah,
they'll tell you like, this is Jerry's 20th girlfriend on the show, or
yes,
the 100th time Kramer's walked through Jerry's
that is
apartment.
Great. That is great.
That stuff is really good, especially if you've seen these videos or shows.
Yeah.
Tons of times. It just brings them back.
I'd watched there was some movies I was doing that with. I'd watched Rockstar quite often, and finally one day I was like, oh yeah, I should just watch it with the commentary on. So that was really neat. I like doing that. Hey, here in the States we've always called it Tintin, the character, the classic character, but it's actually pronounced Tantan. Have you ever seen that movie, The Adventures of Tintin?
No. So
good. It's a Spielberg animated film. And Daniel Craig does a voice in it. And Andy Serkis plays one of the other main character. It's really good.
Lance, if there was no Ted McGinley, how would we know when a TV show was getting ready to end?
How would the world be different if Fonzie never jumped the shark?
Or if he just took off that damn leather jacket on the beach? How was he still cool? That's what I don't get.
What if Fonzie continued to wear? How would the world be different if Fonzie continued to wear that blue jacket and never changed the leather? What if there was a suede Tuscadero? Wait, no, better yet. What's the other stuff? Vip, 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 vip. Corduroy Tuscadero.
I was thinking velour.
Yeah, velour Tuscadero.
I thought about that. I was thinking velour.
Polyester. Whole families. That's her family reunion.
And Pinky would just be satin Tuscadero.
Oh, what if we had to drink warm beer like they do in UK?
I could not. I mean, I get it. We'd just be used to it, but
We were out of the. I'm out kind of like one time. I'll never forget. We sat down at a restaurant, and they brought water, and I asked for ice, and the poor girl waiting on us. She didn't know English very well, but you could tell she was really confused. She knew it good enough to realize that this is kind of a crazy request. So she went over and talked to like her manager. I guess told her what we wanted because she didn't know what. It was like what. And I guess the manager she got put like big 3 ice cubes and gave us a glass.
They were like individually wrapped. Remember that? They were like shrink wrapped.
I don't know. The whole thing was so strange. It's just weird that we love ice and they do not like ice.
Yeah.
How the world be different? The Ropers in like Three's company. I'll tell you what, Lance. I think Three's company may have gone about another 10 years because the Ropers were awesome. I was going to say they'd still be on the air now, but they're dead, so it wouldn't be.
They're dead. So, Salvatore, do you have a favorite? If you're watching MTV videos, do you care what kind you're watching? Do you watch a certain kind? Or do you, is there certain ones that you seek out? Or is it kind of like, oh gosh, remember that one? Or, they had a, Funko had a new one. And Crow, did you get the Cyndi Lauper one? I'm asking because it's got her in that pose from the cover of She's So Unusual.
Those were great times on MTV.
Yeah, and I was like, man, Don Dokken on 1988, Monster of Rock, Metallica kicked our asses on that tour. Yeah, they were. That was the moment, man. That was a lot of good stuff. Budget, we did that one already.
Herbors is here. Hey, they released Team Attack on Playdate. No, I can't wait for mine to get here. Yeah, did you see my video today, Herbors? Is that what you're commenting, or is it just a coincidence? Because it's a lot of fun. Now, the guy who made it said he didn't just make a 1-for-1 copy of the game. He said it's just kind of a Demon Attack inspired, but it really is because you got the guys kind of swooping in, and the low guys are always shooting at you, and yeah, it's really good. He's made a lot of He's made a lot of just 1-bit series. He's done Space Invaders.
Oh, nice.
Berserk. Pac-Man. I feel like there's one more. I cannot remember.
I gotta get down with what some of the high scores you guys have on some of the Atari and Intellivision games. Have you kept track of that at all? Do you know?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
It's all on video though.
So you saw that Salvatore, his wife picks one, and then he picks one, mostly stuff from their youth, like Pass the Dutchie.
No.
Would that be one? No.
I don't know. How the world be different? The skipper said, Gilligan, that looks like a storm coming. We better wait a couple hours.
A little better judgment is all it would take. That would be it.
They ever explain why Ginger was on there and why the Howls were on? Why would the Howls this guy got his own boat? Why did he go on this 3-hour tour?
God only knows. Why does Disney do what they do with Marvel movies?
Did you ever notice in the opening it said free lunch? So they gave lunches out during that 3-hour tour. I wonder what they were serving that day.
Crow. That's probably what they were serving. Oh, shoot. Oh, whoa. Okay, hold on. Be different if Raquel Welch was cast as Mary Ann on Gilligan's Island. Does that mean then Mary Ann, why can't I say her name?
Ginger?
No, Mary Ann. What's her acting?
Dawn Meadows? Dawn?
Yeah.
What's her name?
Maybe she would have been dressed up in that, what is it, 30,000 years BC or whatever, in that loincloth bikini.
Jeff, you inspired us to want to play date, make it look really fun. Yeah, it's a fun system.
Yeah, you do those awesome videos. I love those.
You said doo-doo.
I did. But you do.
Oh, Dawn Wells. Thanks, Pete. I
Dawn
knew
Wells,
quite
got it.
sound right.
That's right. I love her, and I totally forgot what her name was. Oops, sorry. Go ahead. What were you doing? Yeah, how would the world be different if the commander on the Star Destroyer had said to the gunner, "Hold it, there's no life forms on board that pad." Fuck it, blast it anyway.
If Raquel Welch was Marianne, that would completely change my vote.
I'm switching teams.
That's how things would change.
That's how a world would be different. Jeff's world would be different. He would like the other one.
I never said how so many guests, including Harlem Globetrotters, got on the island and off, but none of the cast could.
I mean, how
the guy that
horrid,
surfed in managed to get his get out of there.
How horrid are all these people? They're never going to talk about them.
That's the other thing. None of them ever mentioned the island with these castaways.
Yeah, you're like, gee, thanks a lot, Harlem Globetrotters.
Damn Meadowlark Lemon.
Thanks a lot. What was the band?
I've always said if they would have just killed Gilligan within the first 2 hours, they'd have been off that island within a week.
It's so terrible.
All right. Just stay there the rest of your life then.
Oh, damn. I got a feeling if we kill the skinny guy, we're out of here in a week.
He looks like a doofus. He's going to bring us down every time.
He's going to shut us down.
That's what they'd be sitting around saying. How would the world be different if Gilligan didn't come with us on this trip?
Yeah, you're currently listening to Great White. I talked to a message earlier, Blake, about Great White. Yeah, great band. One of my most memorable memories is being in the bathroom taking a piss with the lead singer, Jack Russell, using the urinals. If Nintendo's NES was not released.
Yeah, that was crucial here because that's what jump-started video games again. Or how about this? What if, because Nintendo went to Atari and asked them if they wanted to license the NES here in the U.S. or North America. They turned them down, so they said, well, we'll just bring it out on our own. So I wonder how it would be different if Atari had licensed the NES.
Absolutely.
They might still be around they're still around, but not the same.
Yeah. As far as Metallica on vinyl is concerned, I think the only Metallica I have on vinyl is a single of one. Because by the time I was getting Metallica, I think my first album by them was on CD. I was buying it on CD because it was that new. I bought Master of Puppets first. I remember I bought it in Pekin, Illinois at Rock of Ages record store, and then I bought Ride the Lightning in North Carolina at a used CD shop. And I bought, and then of course, and Justice for All came out, and I saw that tour. Queensryche opened up; they were on tour for Operation Mindcrime. So I think the only thing I have vinyl-wise for Metallica is just that. World would have been different had Eddie Van Halen not existed. As sad as he is gone, he's changed music. Yeah. Yep.
That's did you talk at the urinal?
You know, that's a great question.
And then I said they shook hands. And then Pete said, well, they shook something.
We didn't cross the streams, that's for sure.
Well, you're still here, so obviously not.
Obviously not. Well, you saw the end of that movie. If you do it carefully, it can work. What? You did what? That's beautiful. We did not talk. I took a whiz with Jack Russell.
Jack Russell.
Now here's a funny one. The world would have been different if Jack Russell would have joined Toto. Jack Russell Terrier Toto. So
Right, JD's
my
in the timeout
friend
now.
had those toilets at his place that I want. They're
What?
European, where European or Europoopin.
Huh.
They have the two different buttons. I really want those. And their brand is Toto.
Yeah, Toto's very popular. Turlet.
Turlet. I want them Toto turlets.
Wow. Yeah. What if Shelley Long hadn't left Cheers?
Mm.
That's interesting. I wonder if they would have stayed on the air just as long or longer.
And would she have made Night Shift?
I don't know.
Because did she make that after she left the show, or was that during her time on the show?
I don't know. It was either maybe at the end or after.
Okay.
Jay Stewart got it. I think we all got it.
I think we all got it right in the gut. So let me tell you this. If you guys, we'll try and keep an eye over here, but I've got to tell you this. So I fly into San Diego. We fly into San Diego. We have lunch. We get settled in at 4:00. I'm, actually at 3:30. I'm down at the train station to go up to LA and visit my friend. Right. So I do that. We go up, we do that. And then I get back to the train station. Mike drops me off. And I'm waiting on the train. And I think that I'm on platform 1. I think I'm right. I'm in the right spot. And another train pulls up, which I know isn't mine. And I said, this number train is coming, right? And he's like, yep. I said, awesome. I said, my train was running late yesterday. And he goes, oh, it's because it was so hot. It was so hot. How hot was it? Thanks.
How hot was it?
So I'm so glad I can help you with that. It was so hot that it was messing with the electrical system of the switches on the tracks. So that the signals on the tracks were getting messed up or having delays or whatever it was. So fortunately, nothing dire happened, but it was screwing with that. So I'm standing there, and this gentleman, Korean gentleman, came walking up and asked me. He goes, man, this is my first time doing this with this train. He goes, I don't know what I'm doing. And I said, well, you should be good. Is this your train number? He goes, yeah. And I go, okay, you should be fine. We'll wait right here. It'll be just fine. Hang tight. And he even went over to use the phone for assistance. Then he pulls out the sandwich he had from a vendor thing. He goes, you want half? I'm like, no, I'm good. So really nice guy, right? We get to talk. And then this guy that seems a little anxiety ridden comes walking up, and he's kind of like, oh, is this where I get the train? You sure it's not over there? I'm like, how do you actually get over there? I'm like, well, I think there's a break in the fence down there. You can just go down there and then just walk around. So he did. Well, then my new buddy, Chuck, is telling me, I think we should be on that side, actually. And I'm like, okay. So we walk over there too. And another gentleman that was waiting did too. Well, then this younger guy, we got into some conversation. Oh, boy, did I ever think of your wife. Holy cow. He started talking about Filipino women.
About what?
Women of the Philippines. And I was like, okay, whoa, we're not going there. You know,
What brought that up?
He was talking about women, relationships, how long I've been married, something like that. We were just talking about it. And he's like, wow, that's the record. He goes, I talked to a guy in a bar one night. They've been married 27 years. And he's like, I don't want to do that. He wants to be an entrepreneur, make a bunch of money, and then go around to different shores and have baby sex with different women and then just give them money to raise the kids.
Well, sounds like a real piece of work there.
I was like, and Chuck is just like, oh my God. He was like, oh man. And I just kept engaging this guy. I said, he goes, I cannot even believe you kept talking to this guy. I go, it was funny. This is ridiculous. The things this guy is saying.
That's so
and
bizarre.
then he's doing the whole salesman bit where he's like, oh, I'm sorry. I go, hey, don't apologize to me. I got nothing to apologize to me about. I mean, good luck with that. I mean, and he goes, I want to have like 9 wives. I go, you're going to get married to all of them? He goes, no, I'm not going to marry them. I go, then they're not your wives. They are your sex people, not a wife. Because I'll tell you what, you pull that on a wife, she's going to kick your ass and you'll be gone. You'll be dead.
That's some lofty goals there.
Wait, and how does this remind you of me?
No, because he started talking about Filipino women and how they are, or how, whatever. I'm just like,
stereotypical number 1.
right.
Number 2.
Right. I'm just
You're
like,
talking
dude.
about sex and you're thinking about me.
I'm just, it's just, it was just very odd. I was like, oh boy. And then it came time, our train showed up. It was on platform 1. So we're hustling around to get on the train. And we get inside and sit down. Me and Chuck do. I got to go. I have to actually move from where we are because I have business. I'd paid extra for business seats. And so you'd get different amenities and whatnot there. So I told him, I said, I'll hang tight for a little bit. Let's talk for a little bit. And so we did exchange some information and stuff. And then I headed back. But he goes, man, I was like, if that guy follows us, it's like, I was like, oh, he's like, I can't believe you just kept talking to him. I go, well, I said, you gotta hope that something that you say to this person can help one day to that if they ever start into whatever they're talking about, they have second thoughts about it. Because I'm like, women are human beings. Men are human beings. One is not, he kept going, oh, well, women have weakened men and now they're pushing strollers. And I'm like, whoa, dude, I pushed a stroller a lot, changed diapers a lot, and I'm proud of it. I'm like, there's nothing wrong with that. Oh, but well, you're different. Nope. You're not going to sell me on any of this.
So Pete mentioned his comment is about Shelley Long and Night Shift.
Yeah,
I looked it up. Night Shift came out in '82,
yeah.
Which means she did this before Cheers.
Wow.
Because Cheers started fall of '82, which means they would have filmed it probably early '82 or '81. I don't know when the movie came out, but she would have most likely done with a movie when that started. So,
wow,
that's kind of interesting.
That is crazy interesting. I didn't even.
Well, what's interesting, Lance, is if the Cardinals never left St. Louis, we may have never gotten a Super Bowl win here.
Right.
So that's kind of interesting. We have a Super Bowl victory, but we have no team. We have an NBA championship, and we have no team.
Yeah. Now, Blake, I would say not that he hated women. I would say that he was afraid of women, or obviously he's very insecure. That's all there is to that. And that's why I say it's another conversation with another human being. So I was like, I gotta say the right things to this person, if Jeff and Viking Stew didn't start the GoGameGo channel, see,
we'd all be doing something else right now,
playing video games, unless they didn't exist.
DJC's here. What's going on? And by the way,
it's like an aquarium.
We need to cut short about 5 minutes tonight because I'm going on Chuck's show at 8:30.
Oh, far out. Very good.
What if John had never met Yoko?
Oh, StashNet. That's brilliant. Wow. Well, I'll guarantee you, people wouldn't. Oh, man. Do you ever want to say something? You're like, is that really? I mean, after what I just was talking about and trying to be nice, is it really okay to say people wouldn't have to pay a crap ton of money to act like they like when she's vocalizing? I can't call it singing.
Yeah, how would it be different if I had these pinkies with me?
Thank you.
Snapping sound. I gotta get more of those.
The pinkies.
Still don't know what they are.
What is this? When we eradicate the question mark and no longer allow discussions.
There'll be no questions.
This comes right after the 3 question marks from Blake. I've had salespeople use multiple question marks like that. Like, I'm like, what are you doing? What does the question marks mean? Oh, I don't mean anything by it. Oh, really? You just thought you'd waste time, or did you fall asleep on the question mark button? Oh, geez. Okay. It's such a beaut. World would have been different without the internet, the good and the bad. Little did I know the dude that conceived it, Vintage Surf, lived down the street from me growing up. Wow. So if JD would have been a crazed psycho killer, then we may not have had the internet. I don't know why I just said that. That's horrid. Vince Surf. Ooh, no electricity. No electricity. You know, when we were out of when the water we didn't have water at the assisted living because of there was a pipe burst, I think, or something. You know, my boss was like, I'd rather have no electricity than this no water thing. Had smoked glass. It would be different. We'd be wondering just
more lights.
What the little colors were behind there.
We need lights in it.
14 to 15 years old. I would sit down in a restaurant. I wouldn't look at the waitresses when ordering. I was nervous and shy. Yeah, I know how that is, man. There's a
crow.
Wow, you live down the street from Al Gore.
Crow with a zinger. That was a good one.
Oh shoot. So what's near and dear to you that if you didn't have it? Here's one for me. I would say, what would my world be like if I didn't have G.I. Joes, like the classic G.I. Joes and action figures?
Or how about what would it be like if there was no sports?
Oh God!
Just sports were never invented. Just nothing sport related at all. That'd be strange, wouldn't it?
There'd probably be a lot more sex and wars.
Sundays would be different during football season, that's for sure.
Oh yeah. We'd all be watching the Hallmark Channel.
Now, no sports. Can you still have wrestling though?
Well, I mean, just think of all the but we'd have wrestling. Just think about if you had no sports, look at all the movies that never would have been made. The Natural, Rocky, The Fighter, Slapshot. One of my favorite movies. Do you have a favorite sports movie, Jeff?
Yeah. Bad News Bears.
That's your favorite sports movie? That's cool. Well, I know one of my favorite movies that I just watched with a friend from work is Heaven Can Wait with Warren Beatty, and that's sports. So I wouldn't have that movie.
How will it be different if New Coke
Permanent replace the classic formula. No. No. What if clear Pepsi never existed?
I still wonder about that whole New Coke thing. Is that just they just do that on purpose?
They
Is
do.
it all marketing?
You
Couldn't
know,
possibly made that big of a mistake, could they?
no. There's always somebody out there that's like, no, I really enjoy the New Coke. And you're like, well, good, because we're not making it anymore. Oh, the world would be different. Whoops. The world would be different if all toilets were bidets. Sorry, I don't know the spelling.
I don't understand how those work.
Well, they're a post toilet.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
Yeah,
so
I guess it'd be. I guess the real question would be, what if you didn't have toilet paper, but you had bidets?
you're right. Right.
I don't know. It just, how do you control where the water goes after it hits you?
I know. I don't know.
I don't know how that works. Because I've seen them in the toilet and I've seen them next to the toilet. I'm not sure how that's going on there.
I do remember watching roller derby. That was a lot of fun on Sunday afternoon. Speaking of Sunday afternoon.
Oh, yeah. I used to watch roller derby.
Yeah, especially when the women get out there knocking girls over the bar. Ooh, man.
There used to be, I don't know, maybe COVID killed it. I don't know, but there used to be a roller derby league here in town.
Really? Where did they do that?
I think it was down. I think it was in maybe Soulard with the wrestling, because there's a wrestling thing there too.
I was just talking about yesterday. I was talking to Mike and Zlows about it the other day, about the scenes from Escape from New York that were shot down in Union Station and on the bridge here. I personally like Battlefield Baseball.
Is that the movie? I think Crow's talked about like this
Except Tab.
Brutal movie with baseball. I don't know if that's it. Oh, yeah, what if Tab was the only soda? That'd be like living in Chuck's world.
Yeah, and I no. If there was a diet soda, I don't know. There's only 2 diet sodas I can handle, and I don't drink them, but I can handle them.
But Pete, what about the bidets that are not in the toilet? I've seen them next to the toilet.
Yeah, that's how they do it most times, but now they make those where you can attach them to your toilet. So you poop or pee, and then you do and then it's just
if you poop, you wipe, and then you go right next door to the bidet. Where's that water going? I don't get it.
And that's a lot of extra space.
Yeah.
To put in another potty machine.
Snapple was clear when it first came out?
Wow.
I had no idea. Yeah, the old Shannon Rocks Bridge.
Yep, that's right.
Still around. Now it's a walking bridge?
Is that what it is? I did not know that.
They opened it up for walking and I think biking. Oh,
biking?
Boy,
I'll have to make sure I get there.
Wait.
Oh,
it's a Perry Bongo combo. Never before.
Perry Bongo Congo.
It's an exclusive. Oh, Perry looks like she might bite me too. They don't really get along, those two.
Put me down, old man. I hate the cat.
Oh, there, yeah. Battlefield Baseball is an actual movie.
I have never seen that.
I need to look that up, Crow.
I haven't seen that.
Because I love baseball, and Battlefields are okay.
Oh, man. Oh, I don't like getting these messages now.
Perry Bongo. What exclusive for the show tonight.
Okay. All right. Okay. I've seen on a trip out of the house my mom, my aunt, and my uncles, who's sadly not around anymore. Seen that. Huh. Oh yeah, on the bridge. There you go.
Yeah, we went to the opening weekend when they started up. That was a long time ago. Oh, 15 years ago or so.
Really?
Yeah, long time ago. I
So
assume
the
it's still
bidets
open like that.
install in your existing toilet. Yeah, the ones you can get. Yeah. Perry Bongo. You must watch that James Franco movie with guy from Breaking Bad. There's a lot about those fence bidet toilets, I think, called Why Him. Oh, yeah. Right. Bryan Cranston plays the father, I think, and then James Franco is the boyfriend. Fence got in there. It's like Jeff's message earlier.
No, yeah, distracted here.
Oh, wow.
We could do this with so many things.
You could.
What if Lewis and Martin didn't meet?
Yeah. Yep.
What if the Stooges went into accounting instead of vaudeville? Laurel and Hardy never met.
See, it's like the Marvel comic book. What if?
Oh, what if you crossed them though? Abbott and Hardy and Laurel and Costello.
Ooh, and what about if it was Groucho, Moe, and Larry?
Oh, now you're talking. That's God, it'd be so weird, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Ooh. What if Kirk flew the Millennium Falcon? How fast would that Kessel Run go then?
Kirk and Star Wars.
What if Spock was on Battlestar Galactica? Wow.
Use the Force. What if Kevin Papa traded cats?
Shut that Wookiee up.
He did miss Pete, but that's a different show.
That's a different show.
That's a conspiracy show.
That's the other one. Lots of yarn and thumbtacks.
Did you see I know there's a million different theories on Kennedy. That's true.
I don't want to do it. Don't make me get bad.
There was this crazy theory. There was a whole documentary on Netflix or something where when JFK got shot, that he was actually shot by the Secret Service on accident. That there was the whole thing about the Secret Service out drunk that night before, and there was a guy driving the car who normally wouldn't drive because everyone else was drunk. They're hungover, and somebody, I think they heard a shot, and one guy pulled out a gun and kind of started to get up, and then the driver, I guess, got freaked out a little bit, and he hit the brakes, I think. It kind of knocked the guy, and he fell, and as he was falling, supposedly he shot accidentally.
Like Pulp Fiction?
And they were trying to say that that's how he got killed. And the whole thing was a cover-up because you couldn't have your president being killed accidentally by your own people.
Especially if they're on a hangover.
My God, there's so many different theories. It's crazy.
Wow.
I always like listening to the different ones.
Wow. I mean, you know, what all right. So here we go. Let's just take out all the incidentals and all the separate different there you go. Very nice. Let's take out all of the separate what ifs. And what if the an asteroid went by, or something happened, and all of a sudden the veil was lifted on every mystery and unknown? What if we honestly, truly knew tomorrow what happened?
If you're talking about everything, I think it'd be chaos if we knew everything that we don't know.
I mean, everything from Kennedy to the Loch Ness Monster to
Just think how the world would be different if aliens came down tomorrow and said, "Here we are."
yeah. What do you
want to know?
Found out that they were already here tomorrow. I mean, what would you want to know first? I mean, you're like, what am I most interested in knowing first? I mean, where does the cookie start crumbling?
Yeah, the Kennedy one's pretty good.
That is a pretty good one. I mean, I don't know. I mean, because then, oh man, what would the death toll be? I mean, everything you would know, that everybody who has ever been taken out, whatnot. I mean, lots of dead bodies in cement.
I don't even know what this means, Chuck. I never saw the movie.
By the code key.
I feel like I should watch some of these movies everyone says is terrible, like Howard the Duck and Waterworld.
You should. You know what? All right, I'll make this my goal for next week.
That was terrible. How dare you?
Oh shoot! Why you gotta bust my balls like that? I'll start those. I got that whole few stacks of Blu-rays over there that I got at the dollar store, and I'll start with 1 or 2 this week, and see if I can make it through. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, JD. I just can't. Those just aren't my style. I can't get into Wasteland or,
Is the United States the only country that doesn't use the metric system? I'm not even sure.
I believe so. Because we're just that. And you know what's really weird about that is I was just talking about that today because my friend and I were talking about my fence, and she goes, "Oh, wait a minute, I would do it in meters," and I'm like, "Yeah." I said, "I wish I would do that. I wish I had that in my head. I should have both in my head, so I could easily know. So if I was talking to somebody." Some of my European friends, I'd be able to say this is how much I'm getting.
Make them change.
No.
That's the American way, Stuart.
It is. That's what people think because we're too fargan lazy to do it. Like I was telling you on Courtship of Eddie's Father.
Oh, I didn't know about me. Liberia makes a lot of sense because their flag is basically a United States flag.
Do they have a flag?
Yeah. Are there any countries that don't have a flag? Why not like a hat?
We've surpassed the flag and we've gone straight for a hat.
I'd wear a hat.
This is your hat.
Everyone's given a hat at birth. There you go.
What if Biff Tanner didn't know how to drive? Well, according to the show, he didn't. And he hit a poop mobile. At least he just wasn't a safe driver. Let's just put it that way. What if St. Louis didn't have 3 major sports teams with championships and getting 2 more with soccer and Battlehawks football? Yeah.
Kurt, we have 4 major sports teams with championships. NBA, all 4. I don't think there's that many cities that have done that.
So what's the NBA team we had?
The Hawks.
Oh, the Hawks. See, I wasn't here for that. When did they leave?
50s.
Oh, well, I definitely was.
I wasn't here for it either.
At all for any
I
of that.
truly wasn't here.
I wasn't even here. My brother was barely here, my oldest brother. She is hot in every movie. Who is hot in every movie?
Leah Thompson?
Really?
Yeah. I don't think she's been hot in any movie. I certainly wouldn't see her close up.
Damn. We should do so. Should we do that? We'll have is she hot or not? Like in The Office?
Yeah.
Hot or not, people.
But they spent an entire day just on one person.
Hot or not. Men or women? I know a good-looking dude. Women know good-looking women. Men or women, who is she hot or not?
That's what parents never met.
There you go. Welcome to all that being a moot point then at that point.
Well, bless her heart, JD.
Yeah. So Leah Thompson, hot or not? Oh my God, we're not going to get anything on this. And you got to go in less than 5 minutes. Remember when Nordiques moved to Colorado and won the title right away? Yeah, look at Brady going to Tampa Bay. Boom.
Well, let's see.
It's Europe's fault we don't use the metric system.
Fastback. What are you doing? Scott here. Come on.
Fastback.
Well, Pete threw in a vote.
There you go. Leah Thompson, hot.
He also just took a bump to the head right before he wrote that comment.
Watch out for that tree.
Let's see. Pete's adding up Boston's champ 17. That's a lot. So it says 14. That's not too bad considering it's,
DJC agrees with Papa Pete. Leah Thompson, hot. You do not agree, Jeff.
Oh.
I think she's attractive. Hot? I don't.
Well,
I was never there with that. No.
Yeah, I don't think she's not ugly. She's cute, but
cute. There you go. It's kind of like when you're looking at the Disney princesses. You got like Snow White, she's cute. You have Cinderella, who's pretty. And that's what makes Sleeping Beauty the best. She is just gorgeous.
Another vote for Leah Thompson. Or maybe Howard the Duck. I'm not sure.
Right? Or was she only hot in Howard the Duck? Oh, man. I remember my buddy and I doing the Wayne's. We did Walt's World. We did a Walt's World skit at the Disney store during one of our meetings. And it was about the top 10 hottest Disney princesses of age that were of legal age. And we put the Little Mermaid in there because we just had to. And after that, they took us aside and they're like, we're going to need to approve the things that you guys do next time. We're like, oh, okay. She banged a duck. Certainly drops her down a few feathers. Did you see her next date? What is this, a feather? This come from? Oh, man. My chances are going up. She banged a duck.
She's entered the animal kingdom. She's getting
I got to disqualify myself. I banged a duck. I'm no Dawn Wells.
Oh my goodness.
I don't make coconut cream pies.
Oh, where'd you get the cream?
Maybe I don't bathe like I should. Maybe I don't. Oh man.
Oh, smokes.
So what's new for you on the gaming up and coming? What's
Splatoon 3, that comes out Friday.
Oh yeah.
I'm getting it digitally, so it should be available Thursday at 11 p.m.
Ooh. Okay.
I might stream for.
Here's your alarm. It's time for DJC and 20.
I might stream Splatoon 3 Thursday night. Maybe.
if you're lucky. That's what you're supposed to say.
All right, well, I guess we'll end it there because
Yep, there it is.
I gotta get on the show in 5 minutes.
Somebody puking up a feather duster.
Yes, Splatoon 3, beep.
Oh man. And one last, the world would be different if the original SNL cast never left. What if Steve Martin never would have sang King Tut?
That'd be a sad existence.
It would. It would. I don't know. Do you think it would have truly helped, or would it have destroyed the chances of the Bengals doing Walk Like an Egyptian?
Oh. That's a great video, by the way.
Stashnet, so great to see you here again. Eep, so great to see you here again. And then, as usual, Salvatore, JD, Kirk, Blake, Papa, Lance.
Thanks, everyone, for joining.
DJC, Mike, Big Block, Crow.
And then head over to DJC's channel. He'll be on in 5 minutes, 4 minutes.
Yep. And be sure and check out the new Eddie Van Halen book from Zlow's. It's pricey if you order it from him, but it comes in and it's worth it because these prints are normally, each print is normally $150. But he did gift me one. Judas Priest, Rob Halford, from back when I actually saw Rob Halford and Judas Priest for the first time on the British Steel Tour. So, all right, guys. We'll have a good one.
Thanks
Jeff,
for,
have a good one over on the show. I'm going to try to tune in on that while I'm doing stuff, but I got
Thanks for watching, guys.
I got to go practice. So.
I'll see you guys later. Bye.
See you.